Hi guys, Gio, Taylor, Siri, and Lulu here, and today we are working in Cabrini Park. As you can see, we're in the playground, and we are working some object leave-its, specifically food. We know that Siri in particular has a very hard time committing to disengaging from things. So she will leave stuff alone, but then she'll go back to it. So what we're doing today is teaching them to leave stuff alone, period, and keep moving. We are doing this right here because, as you can see, there's some really cool levels. So on each of these things you probably can't see, but there are little pieces of either cheese or turkey hearts that we're asking them to leave alone. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, have them walk past. I'm gonna take one of them. Taylor, we're gonna kind of trade off so it's not too much for both of them. Sometimes when two dogs are next to each other, their leave it goes right out the window because it becomes a competition. So we want to make sure that we're giving them a nice strong platform individually, and then we'll start working them together on the leashes. We're gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. All right, Miss Siri. All right, so Siri in particular, very difficult. The purpose of this is to get her to make this choice on her own. If I shorten the leash, it is purely for making it so that I have a better grip on her, but not to provide tension. I want her to leave these things alone all by herself, because if I'm pulling and there's always tension on this leash, then she will not actually be doing it on her own, if that makes sense. She'll always think that the leash is what's stopping her, not a decision that she should be making on her own. All right, let's go ahead and show you what this looks like. Siri, good job. So we're just gonna have casually walk past these things in which she will probably discover that there is something there. Leave it. Yes! Good girl, good job. Good job. Now guys, it's really important that when you're doing this outside that whatever you're rewarding them with is of equal or higher value. More than likely needs to be higher value because this is the French Quarter and there are some mysterious things on the ground. Hey Siri, can we leave it? Yes, good job. Yes, good job. And that nose is working. I know she is aware of the things that she can smell. See this tension on this leash? Again, I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for her to commit to leave it. What I would love to start seeing is for her to avoid the pulling of the leash in general, so that she doesn't really need it to commit to leave it. She just does it without any tension at all. It's okay, good girl. Good girl, and I think she's trying to pinpoint where everything is at. Let's go. Earlier we were doing this with just stuff on the ground, so I'm gonna get to do things a little bit more dynamically. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and set one. Leave it. So you see there's a lot of tension here. I'm gonna make sure she doesn't fail, right? But I am not pulling her back, if that makes sense. Yes. Yes. Hey Siri, leave it. Yes. 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 And I just gave her a bigger treat for that one. I'm gonna return just ever so closely. Yes. And you see how she got to disengage from there. She's fully aware that there was something on that platform. Hey Siri, can we leave it? Now you notice that I'm using a very casual tone. I'm not yelling, I'm not being stern, and that's because this is in fact a training session. So I don't want to be frantic if we're in fact trying to improve stuff going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump out and allow Lulu the opportunity to do the same exact thing. Siri, come. Yes, leave it. Hey, yes, yes, good girl, good job, good job. All right. Taylor is jumping in. Lulu, leave it. Yes. Lulu, leave it. Yes. I'm sorry, you're Siri. Excuse me, you are Siri, that is Lulu. Not confusing at all. As you can see, Lulu's doing really good. Siri's getting a little antsy. Hush. Good, good. And again, any of that tension that's on that leash is not provided by us. That is them causing that. However, we are looking for a leave-it that doesn't necessarily require that much tension. And my phone just fell because the wind is wild out here. Yeah, we're good. We are rolling. There's another dog in here. Looks like Escher. Can you leave it? Yes. Siri. And again, guys, just to kind of revisit what exactly leave it means. Leave it means look away. So we are in fact looking for them to disengage on their own, which is why we're not relying on the leash tension to tell them when they're not supposed to be looking. Hey, Siri, can we hush? Hush. I know you're antsy. Your sister's training and you're like, put me in, coach. Jump in one more go with Miss Siri because this is really difficult, and also she's telling me that she's ready. So, Siri, leave it. Siri, yes. Yes. Siri, leave it. Yes, good girl, good girl, good girl, good job. Leave it. Yes, good. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Good job. Good job. So just then I just added a few more steps to my leave it. Instead of immediately giving her the treat, I want to go ahead and add in a little bit of distance with that leave it so she understands leave it doesn't mean the yo-yo effect of temporary leaving it. It means leave it, period. Siri, leave it. Yes. 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 Good. So right there, just added a few more steps. As you can see, I'm moving very quickly, but she's doing really good with this. Leave it. Yes. Good. Good, and with leave it, it is all about timing. You do not need to let your dog mull over the choices that are presented to them on the ground or whatever surface you are working with. Leave it. Yes! So I saw that she started going for it and I went ahead and intercepted that. Leave it. Yes! There was a little bit of pulling. Let's go this way. Leave it. Yes! Yes, good girl. And one more time. Good. Good. And as you can see, I'm closing the distance just a little bit. Allowing her just a little bit closely, but I'm still not going to let her get to it. Leave it. Yes, good girl. Good job. Alrighty, guys, so show Lou one more time. Really quickly, because this place is getting super busy with dogs. So guys, as you can see, that this behavior is rather difficult, the way that we teach it in particular, because we are asking them to figure this out for themselves, not pulling them or urging them. We really want them to start making this choice on their own. So this is not something that is going to be, completed overnight or maybe even a week or a month. This is something that often takes a lot of time and practice. So as much as possible, practice this, particularly with Siri. Both of them really need it, but we know that Siri has a tendency to yo-yo. Just showing Lou. I'm not sure if you can see her.
Yes, good, leave it. Good job, good job. Leave it.
Hey Siri, leave it. Good.
Good job.
Good. Alrighty guys, it's been a pleasure, and as usual, let us know if you have any questions. See ya.